Where do people put all these candles?
Universe has quite the sense of humor, doesn't it?
Or are we making up justifiable reasons, Joshana? Like, let's be honest with ourselves. Well, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Joshana here to talk about some friggin' stuff other than books. Not necessarily books. Books are in this, but this is not a video about books necessarily.
Hello. I just was recording another video I talked about in that video, and I'm doing a vlog currently that I don't know if that's up or not, but popping in here real quick because it's just, life is funny. I was going to go edit this video, this low by year video, and it was on my to-do list for like the next day or two at the time when I was writing it on my to-do list. And then I was quite unexpectedly, very surprisingly, laid off from my job. My team was just done away with, and got that news and was like, it's real fucking funny, universe. I feel like the universe was like, you're talking all this shit about how you need to crack down on your spending with DoorDash. Let me help you. Let me really help you by making it so you like literally, you gotta stop. So yeah, I'm currently unemployed. Hoping to not be unemployed for very long because I cannot afford to be for very long. Who the fuck can? Unless you're like a fucking heiress to a fortune or something. I don't know anyone like that. So yeah, I just thought it was very funny though. So yeah, definitely doing low buy until further notice, until I get a fucking income again. Universe has quite the sense of humor, doesn't it? Back to the video.
I kind of want to try to do a little bit more stuff like this in 2024. Not necessarily bookish related things. Not to the point of like creating another channel, I don't think. I don't know, we'll see if I like get really into it. But I just kind of wanted to I want to open myself up or open up the channel to feeling more comfortable doing non-bookish videos from time to time. It's probably still going to be 99.9% books, but every now and then when I feel like talking about something else, I'm going to do it because fuck it, it's my channel, right? People don't want to watch, they don't have to watch. But yeah, I mentioned in my like 2024 goals, reading channel goals or whatever video that I do intend to do a kind of low buy year this year, just in general. Books being included in that though, of course. But yeah, just in general in life with kind of all things. And I've watched several, kind of lifestyle YouTubers who have talked about this, who have done like low buy, low spend years. And I've actually seen quite a few other booktubers also. I decided to do this back in like end of October, November, and was just kind of like mentally like thinking about it, prepping. And then I started seeing like booktubers talking about it. I'm like, hey, I want to do that too. And so I've enjoyed like watching their videos too. Oshayla at Oshi Reads, she's been talking about it quite a bit and I really like her videos. So I just kind of for accountability and just discussion, in case anyone else is thinking about doing this too, if this is interesting to anyone, do a little video outlining what these goals are for myself. With books, my kind of rules and guidelines are that I am allowing myself to buy sequels to series that I'm really enjoying. The Ending Fire trilogy is having the finale this year. The Burning Kingdoms trilogy finale is coming this year. Like stuff like that, I'm going to buy those and it's fine. Most of the time I'm also allowing myself to buy however many books I want using my store credit from unhauling. If I go unhaul and I get $40 in store credit at the local used bookstore, I'm going to use it. I'm going to buy some more books, right? That's not really like spending in my opinion. So free reign on that. And if there's books that I cannot find at like local bookstores or I cannot find at the library, like I can't get them at the library, and it's something I'm really wanting to check out, like I really want to read that book. Or if it's like a sequel I'm interested in, but not like a series I love, but it's like I want to continue, I'm going to allow myself to buy like ebook version, or if it's cheaper, the paperback version, like online or whatever. I'm just going to be more intentional, I suppose, with all of that. Even like my Lore Olympus, I've been getting the Barnes & Noble editions, and I have volume 1 through 4. I'm still liking that series. I still am going to continue reading it, but I realized I don't like feel strongly enough about it that I think I need to keep buying those books. I'm just going to get those from the library. Stuff like that. Just like being more mindful and intentional with the books that I am buying. Books isn't like a category that I'm breaking the bank for. There's very few things that I am like breaking the bank or like kind of financially irresponsible with. Books are not something that I'm really financially irresponsible with at all. But just for myself, how I am with my shelves and space, I do have limited space in my home. I can't just keep expanding with more bookcases. I have space on my bookshelves to grow into, and I want to keep it that way. I want to always have space to grow into. There's that. Clothing is another category that people talk about a lot. Hi, baby. You can't get on my lap right now. I'm so sorry. I have a notebook. Oh, she's so cute. She's got her little paws up on my knees, looking at me like, please, mama. You're so cute, though. I love you. Okay, get down. I'm all nice, and I'm like, get down. She just, like, tapped my leg as she, like, walked away. Like, at a very gentle, like, meh. Anyway, clothing. Generally speaking, this is another category that, like, I don't ever have to pay attention to because I typically rarely buy clothes. But last year, I did kind of do a little, like, wardrobe reset where I threw out or donated a lot of stuff that I had just been hanging on to for a while. I'm pretty good about like auditing my closet once a year at least, but for the last few years there have been things that I've hung on to that I'm like, oh, that still fits and is still cute. I might wear it someday. Like more like going out clothes, like going out to the clubs, and I just don't do that anymore ever really. Like I still will go out and like New Year's Eve, went to like a friggin' rave, a music festival. Baby girl, hi, okay. Now she's coming up in the center. Okay, come here. You love mama? Yeah, okay. Can you sit and not climb around? Anyways, but yeah, like those types of clothes for like going out to clubs and stuff, like dressing up in like cute little skirts and bleh, like I just don't. And I also was wanting to get more intentional with like where I'm buying my clothes, and I got on Poshmark and The Real Real, where you can get, you know, secondhand, like higher quality stuff. Because I don't, as much as I can avoid it, it's not easy to completely avoid like fast fashion, you know, buying stuff on Amazon that's like drop shipped from wherever. Or I don't buy like Shein or Fashion Nova necessarily, like ever. I think I bought one thing from Shein one time. Shein, whatever. Stuff like that, like I definitely avoid that, and I want to continue avoiding that, but like Amazon, I want to try to avoid too, because it is often pretty cheaply made. Honestly, I have found some stuff on Amazon that I've gotten that like isn't terrible, crappy quality. And that one site, Cider, some of their dresses, some are cheap. I've gotten a few things from them, not like a lot, but like a handful of things. A couple of the items were kind of cheap, but several of them are like decently made. Like, I mean, you know, it's not like luxury or anything, but like not this like flimsy ass fabric, right? But yeah, anyways, I wanted to be more intentional with that, and discovered The Real Real and Poshmark, and I did go a little crazy with like wanting to reset my wardrobe, and I kind of, for like, it was like 2 or 3 months, like spent a fair amount on clothing, and then caught myself kind of getting into the habit of just being like, I'll buy this new thing. Another thing that I just don't have space for either. I do not, even if I had the financial means to just buy whatever fucking shit I wanted to on The Real Real, which there's some real expensive stuff on there because it's like luxury. I don't have the space to just have this stockpile of clothing and to be like a fashion girly. I simply don't. So I do need to be intentional with that. And I just want to be more intentional with like, if there is a particular item of clothing I want to try to find like the higher quality, secondhand, you know, thrifting type of thing, but like online because I'm lazy. And keep doing that. If I have like an event coming up that is like a specific type of event and I truly, genuinely do not have a particular item of clothing, I will allow myself to buy it. Also, if my body changes enough to legitimately no longer fit something and something I need, you know, a particular pair of pants that I need or whatever. If all of my jeans suddenly do not fit and are not likely to fit anytime soon, I'll buy more jeans, right? And like underwear, stuff like that. Like if I need new items like that, I'm going to buy them. I do need a new pair of gym shoes. I am the person that I have a fair amount of shoes that I own that I just don't wear that often. My gym shoes, I buy one pair and I just wear them for fucking forever. They don't like wear out though. The last pair I had, I think I had them for 6 years. It was just a pair of like Nike Air Free or whatever, some shit. Nike Air, Nike Free. I don't know. They're like the lightweight that feel like nothing. I had those for like 6 years and they weren't falling apart, but they were grungy. I washed them and they still just looked very worn, you know? So I bought this new pair that I've had now for 4 or 5 years. Same thing. They're still intact, but they do look very grungy. And at some point this year, I'll probably replace them. I'm honestly, I might not, because again, they still fit and they work just fine. I'm not trying to fucking impress anybody. But if I feel like it, or if they do start to like actually deteriorate, I'll buy a new pair. And I know myself, and to tell myself like I'm not gonna buy anything other than these necessities all year, I'm not gonna fucking do that. I know I'm not gonna do that. So my parameters I've set for clothing purchases of things that like I don't need and that are just for fun is one item bi-monthly. So like if there's some sweater I want to get or a dress that's just like, it's just cute. I don't need it for anything, but it's just really cute and I think it would fit me really well or whatever. Or a pair of pants that are cute, fun, whatever the fuck. A pair of shoes that I see on the Real that are like way discounted and they're under $200, but they're like, you know, I wouldn't wear them all that much. Something I definitely don't need. Every other month, I will allow myself to get something like that. Tech items is another category that people talk about a lot. This isn't an area I like really need any assistance with. I just need to be intentional, I guess, be mindful. Like last year I did buy a tablet that initially I used a little bit, but it more just annoys me than anything and I don't use it very often anymore. You know, I probably didn't need to buy that. So just making sure that I don't do things like that, I guess. And obviously if like I need to replace something, I don't know, if like my monitor I use for work dies or something, like I'll fucking get a new one and that's fine. Some other things that a lot of people talk about that I just kind of wanted to mention because I do see a lot of people talk about them, but these are things that I don't have like a real issue with. One is definitely makeup. Like a lot of women talk about like, I need to cut back on my makeup spending. I'm just not a makeup girly. I never have been. I am fortunate that like I have pretty clear, decent skin where I always say, I feel weird saying I don't need makeup because no one needs it. But I know some people do genuinely, like if they have like acne scarring or rosacea, they feel like they kind of need it because the world can be cruel and people can be mean and judgy and, you know, our self-esteem can take blows if people are being weird and just comparing. So that's why I say like I don't feel like I've never felt like I need like foundation, right? I use like powder, like a pressed powder is my like foundation. I do use like under eye concealer. When I sit down to film videos is like the most makeup I wear typically. Or like going out, like date night is when I'll put on like this level of makeup, which I know isn't like, that's my thing. I'm just not very creative. Like that's the thing too. I've never felt like I needed like a full face of makeup because skin wise. And then I don't like doing it all that much. Like a lot of people like doing it and are really creative with it and do like I see so many of my friends in their videos where I'm like, oh my God, like your makeup looks so good and so pretty. And like the eyeshadow looks so cool or whatever. And like the color, it just looks so appealing. I like looking at it. And I know also that I could like look better because that's the thing. Makeup is enhancing. I could like look way better than, but I don't like doing it. So for that reason, in a given year, the only like makeup spending I do buy lip gloss and lipstick that I don't need. Like I have a lot and I need to like but it's like a handful of times a year I buy a lip gloss I don't need for $10. It's not financially detrimental. And then like my powder, I'm replace that like once a year maybe, if I even go through it in a year. Like I've had to replace makeup simply because it's so fucking old. And I'm like, God, I've had this for like 3 fucking years. It's probably kind of gross. I should get rid of this. Or like the thing it comes in is completely broken and shattered, and I'm still using the little powder in it, and it's like old as shit, but it's like not even halfway gone. And so I'm like, oh fuck, I should replace it. Mascara is the one thing that like a handful of times a year I do. That's the one thing, like if I'm going anywhere in public for longer than like a trip, I'll go to Target up the street, I'll run to the post office, I'll do little errands with no makeup on. I don't give a shit. But generally, if I'm going out to see people, going to dinner somewhere or whatever, I put on mascara and under eye concealer. So under eye concealer, I replace once or twice a year. The bottle I have, like that's about how long it takes me to go through it. And then same thing with mascara. It's like 3 to 5 times a year maybe I'm replacing my mascara because it's just getting goopy and dry and I need to get a new one. Makeup is not a thing that like I at all fucking spend hardly any money on. And then I saw a lot of people talk about candles too. Apparently, this is like a big thing that people are just buying all the candles. This is not an issue I have. I do have like 3 or 4 or so like candles in my house, and I use them until they're about gone, and then I get a new one. And that's that. I'm not a candle hoarder. I don't know where I would put them. Where do people put all these candles? Maybe that's my thing, is I just don't have space. And then like home decor stuff. When I first bought my house, there was certainly like that first 6 months to a year that I spent a fair amount of money on like home decor, furniture, etc. It's not really something that I consistently am spending money on though. So it's not something I need to like fucking worry about. And then streaming services. A lot of people understandably talk about cutting back on streaming services spending. This is another area though that I personally like don't really, because okay, I pay for Netflix and that is like, now it's like 30, 40 bucks or some stupid shit. What the fuck? But I have Hulu, but that is paid for with my Spotify service. And I do use Spotify enough, and it's like $10 a month. I think that is warranted, justifiable for me because I utilize it. And then it pays for my Hulu subscription, which isn't like the premium, like live TV Hulu, but it's good enough for me. And then I use someone else's Disney Plus. My boyfriend has YouTube TV that he pays for and we use. And he has like his ESPN and like shit like that. He has someone else's Peacock that we use. Oh, my HBO Max, or Max as it's now called, that is paid for through my AT&T bill. So like I don't pay for that. And I think that's, oh, he has Paramount Plus. And then we both have Prime. We both have Amazon Prime, so we have Prime Video. But that's like all encompassed with like Amazon Prime. So really the only streaming service that like I am paying for separately, like on its own, like I am just paying for the streaming, is Netflix. And granted, it is like $30, $40, which is fucking stupid. But I might need to like just change my plan. Because that was from when I was like sharing with other people, which now you can't do anyway. So maybe I just need to change that. Regardless, I don't feel like streaming services is something that like is breaking the bank for me. Getting into the thing that I have mentioned before, that it's bad. It's bad. Okay, like I laugh because I have to laugh. DoorDash. It's financially detrimental. Like it's stupid. It's stupid. I never really used it before COVID, before 2020. I had used DoorDash or, you know, Postmates like a handful of times or so. I would use it like every now and then, but very sparingly because it just, you know, can't really justify the cost. And then, you know, 2020 happened, COVID happened, and I just built the habit. I built the habit of using DoorDash and have not stopped. And it's only gotten worse. I do not want to tell the internet publicly how much money I spent on DoorDash last year because it's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. I have the DoorDash credit card that I need to pay down. Like, it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. So, yeah, that's something I really need to crack down on. This is, once again, something that I know I'm not going to go cold turkey and never use DoorDash ever again. My lifestyle, working from home, sometimes literally not being able to go get lunch and like didn't get groceries yet and I don't have anything. Like there's going to be times where, or just, you know, boyfriend and I chilling at home, maybe having a little weed gummy or something feeling a little snackish and we just really want a pizza, like, I'm gonna fucking get a pizza and order it because we're not gonna drive. So there's gonna be times where I'm still gonna fucking use DoorDash. I know that. But I do need to cut back significantly. And so my goal, like my plan is to like incrementally like cut back. So my goal for January to March is to have it be like 5 times a week maximum. Some of you might be like, holy shit, that's so much. I know. That's less than it has been consistently, okay? I laugh to not cry. So getting it down, like by March, I want to be consistently like 5 times a week is the maximum, no problem. Like, don't even really need to think about it. And then from April to June, get down to like 3 times a week maximum. July to September, 2 times a week. And this is like on average. Like ideally, I would like to get it down where sometimes there's a week or 2 where I don't use it at all. And then maybe there's 1 week where I use it 3 times. Like I want the average to be like 2 times a week maximum. And then October to December, like once a week on average. Again, on average. Because life happens, things happen. I imagine there might be some times where it is still multiple times in a week, but I want that to be like abnormal and to sometimes have weeks where I don't use it at all. That would be great. And I want to do like a weekly like check-in with myself, like keep a tally. And I've already started that in my planner, like keeping a tally every week and then kind of sitting down and just like writing a sentence or 2 of like how I feel about this. How I feel about this and like if I go rogue and it's like, fuck, I did not meet this goal this week. Like why? What happened? Was there a justifiable reason or are we making up justifiable reasons, Joshana? Like, let's be honest with ourselves. So that's my plan. So again, all of this is just being more intentional. I want to be more intentional with things in general, just in life in general. And part of that is this lower buy, low spend year, mostly regarding DoorDash, a little bit of clothing, and then just books because of wanting to keep my shelves how they are. That is going to be all for now, though. Let me know down below in the comments if you are also doing something like this, maybe with one category, or if you're doing it in general. I feel like a lot of people are just because, you know, the state of the economy, the state of our country, the state of the world, capitalism, late stage capitalism, all these things are making a lot of people be like, yeah, I can't just like fucking spend a bunch of money on shit because, you know, I don't make enough compared to the cost of living. And fuck, gotta be way more conscious of these things. And I don't think that's bad to do. Just to be, like I said, be more intentional, be more aware, be more mindful and conscious in general. Or if you don't have anything to comment, to add to the discussion, just leave a little emoji down below. Maybe some little money flying away or something. One of those like little silly emojis. As always, thank you so much for your time. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. I gotta get up. I gotta turn the camera off. You too cute? Okay. Okay. I can't get up.